Hi, Cancers, and welcome to your October 2017 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. Now, if you knew the date that was trying to come out of my mouth, you guys would be like, what? Where did that come from? I literally was just about to say June 23rd. I don't even know what year was coming. So if you're a Cancer and your birthday is June 23rd, shout out to you guys because you totally just tried to hijack my video, okay? But I want to say welcome to everyone that's watching this video right now. If you're a first-time viewer, then welcome to my channel, and I hope that you enjoy it and find that this reading resonates for you. If you're a returning viewer, then thank you coming back. Thank you for coming back, and thank you to all my subscribers, and thank you to all of my viewers that are requesting personal readings. Okay, I'm having a blast doing these readings for you guys and getting to know you guys on a more personal level. So I email. I try to keep in touch with my viewers as much as possible. So if you request a reading from me, um, I do a video reading just like this, and I send it to you, and then, I discuss it with you afterwards. So if you ever feel like you want a reading of your own, go ahead and get in contact with me, and we can set something up. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your reading, Cancer. I'm doing the Celtic Cross format this month, and I've been getting good feedback with it, so I'm going to continue with that format, all right? I've got the cards laid out already because these videos tend to run a little bit longer than the past, present, and the future. And I just like having everything set up when I press record. Sometimes I get like a little bit of, not anxiety, but, shuffling and talking to you guys and then dealing. I don't know. If you like to see that stuff, let me know, but I don't really think it's necessary for you to see all that. So with this format, I will also be clarifying where I usually don't clarify with the past, present, and the future. So whatever position I feel like we need a little bit more explanation, I'll pull a clarifier for it. All right, Cancer, so let's go ahead and get started. Your energy, the card that's representing your energy for this month is the Five of Wands in the reverse, okay? What's crossing that, or what your challenge is for this month, is the Knight of Pentacles, also in the reverse. All right, your energy that's coming from the past, or your energy from the past that's affecting you right now, is the Five of Cups, also in reverse. All right, your future, what you're moving towards right now, is the Knight of Cups, also in reverse. So all of these first four cards for you guys came out upside down. What you want, okay, what you want internally is the Hanged Man. All right, your internal factor, okay, what's going on inside of you that's affecting things. You've got the Nine of Wands, also in reverse. Your advice for this reading is the Seven of Cups in reverse. That's about the only card out of all of these that I want to see in reverse. Five of Cups is not bad. That should be in reverse too. Sometimes when I'm setting this up, I pull the cards, right? I look at them and I read them, and then I try to set them up for you guys to see them, how they're pulled. And so I get mixed up sometimes, but I know for a fact that the first four cards came out in reverse. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and turn this around, because I remember thinking, well, GD, like, what's going on here? But these two cups, I don't mind seeing those in the reverse. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to so the seven of cups in the reverse is your advice. Your external factor is represented by the Magician. Okay. Your hopes or your fears is represented by the Four of Pentacles. And your outcome card for this reading is the Page of Swords. All right, Cancer, so let's go ahead and get into this. You've got the Five of Wands in the reverse as your current energy. So that represents that, you've learned something through past conflict. That whatever conflict that you've been going through or that you're going through, possibly you've either learned something about yourself, or you learned something about your partner, or just about relationships in general. Okay, but this card represents the ending of conflict. This represents you're tired of fighting, you're tired of, competition. The pain or whatever is finally fading from whatever issues that you had. Now, what's crossing that? Okay, what's challenging you, or what's challenging this energy right now? The Knight of Pentacles in reverse equals a lack of motivation. Okay, this means that you're kind of tired of your routine. Okay, your way of doing things up to this point hasn't been working. All right. And that's where that conflict could have come in from before. So your challenge is to get motivated. All right. And try to break out of this stagnation that you might be feeling, whether you're single or you're in a relationship. Okay. You need to try to change up your routine, change up where you go, change up the people you hang out with, change up what you and your partner do for date night if you're in a relationship. Okay. You guys have settled into something that does not seem to be working for you. All right. Your past energy, you're coming out of the Five of Cups in the reverse. So this is saying that there was some type of reconciliation, possibly, that you're getting over past hurts, okay, that you got over in the past, okay? And that's what helped you guys to move forward, getting over something. This can also represent maybe you guys had a breakup and you reconciled, okay, and you moved on. But this represents that you at some point realized that you were missing out on opportunities because you were only reflecting on um, what you had lost, okay? And so you took stock in everything that you had, all right? And now moving forward, you realize that conflict is counterproductive, that you're tired of it, and you're ready to learn from the things that have happened and move forward. Now, the only issue is that there may be some stagnation going on, maybe because you might be used to the conflict. And because there isn't any conflict going on, you're a little bored, Cancer. All right. You're used to there being some type of friction or tension happening. And because there's nothing going on right now, you're not sure how to deal with this current energy. You're bored. You're like, oh, God, there's nothing going on. There's no fighting. There's no one to argue with. Because some people like to do that. Some relationships have that dynamic, have that, back and forth bickering, or just always, something going on. And I'll get to why I feel like that may be the case going further into this reading. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to your future card. And this is represented by the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So it's saying that in your future, um, if this doesn't represent your energy, okay, and if this does, then this represents that you might be playing the field a little bit. Okay, you might just be deciding that you want to date multiple people, and you're being a little bit of a playboy or a charmer. um this is someone who basically likes the romantic side of love, but not necessarily the commitment. Okay, this also can represent someone who's feeling overwhelmed by the demands of their partner. Okay, um for singles, this can also represent someone who's coming to sweep you off your feet, but you just have to be careful that they're not playing you. All right. But if you're in a relationship and, this could either be that you're feeling overwhelmed by the situation, or your partner is feeling overwhelmed in the situation, especially if your partner is another water sign. All right. So, what you want, Cancer, is the Hanged Man. Excuse me, some of my beads are trying to get involved in the reading for my crystals. So the Hangman could be possibly Pisces. Okay, Cancer, you might want a Pisces, and that's just what it is. For others, if you don't want someone who is a Pisces, right, because that could also be this Knight of Cups in reverse here. But if that's what the Hangman represents that you want to, you are willing to sacrifice for your partner, or you want your partner to make some sacrifices for your relationship. Okay, you believe in sacrificing for love. Okay, so if you're willing to do it, you want your partner to also be willing to sacrifice as well, whatever that may mean to you. Okay. um Let me go ahead and clarify. That's the first card that I feel like, actually, I want to clarify the Five of Cups, your past energy and what you're coming out of. Actually, you know what? Let's start with your motivation. Let's start with what's crossing you. All right, let's start there. Since I'm going to start clarifying, let's go ahead and get it popping real early in this reading. All right, so we'll clarify the Knight of Pentacles, and we get the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, okay, as what's challenging you or crossing you. So with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, that's a lack of cooperation, okay? This represents setbacks, This represents that one of the partners may be doing all the work and the other partner is not doing, or not doing as much, or not doing any. And for some, this can represent a possible love triangle. But, we'll find out elsewhere in the reading if that's the truth. And I mean, it could be, because this Knight of Cups here in the future, if you're in a relationship, then that could indicate definitely that your partner is kind of playing the field. If not, this just represents that your partner isn't giving as much to this relationship as you are, and that's why you're wanting that sacrifice from them. That's what that hangman is representing. That hangman is saying that, look, I've done what I needed to do. I've sacrificed, okay? I've figured out how to move away from this conflict with you. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with this boredom and stagnation that I'm feeling right now. So the least that you could do is be more committed to the situation. Okay, that's what I'm kind of reading from these cards. Um, let's go ahead and clarify the Five of Cups in reverse, and I get the Judgment in reverse. Okay, so that means that you came out of a situation where you changed your mind about someone. Okay, this represented maybe you had jumped to conclusions about them and you realized that you were wrong. Okay, and so because of that, that's how you had to move forward, and that's why you realize that this conflict is unnecessary. But at the same time, if you've been so used to, accusing this person in the past, or always feeling like this person was doing something wrong, then right now things may be calm. There not may not be anything going on in the relationship, and you're feeling like you're bored. All right, but then you're also feeling like you are the one who's, maybe you're tired and bored because you're doing everything, and this other person is putting as much energy into the situation as you are. All right, now your internal factor, you get the, actually, I want to clarify what you want also. Let's do that. And we get the Queen of Swords. Interesting, interesting. So, for some people, because I feel like for others it was pretty much clear you wanted a Pisces. um, you want your partner to possibly sacrifice, right, or let go of something. The Queen of Swords is saying that you want your partner to be truthful to you. Okay, you want the truth, and whatever that truth may be may decide whether or not you become single or not. All right, because the Queen of Swords represents someone who values their independence and values truth. All right, so if it's truth that you're wanting, possibly because you're aware of your partner's tendencies, or if you find out the truth, then you may be willing to walk away from the situation. For others, you want the truth from a Pisces. Okay, for others, um, you want clear communication from a Pisces, or you want clear communication and you want sacrifice. All right. Now we move on to what your internal factors are. And so these internal factors can be conscious or subconscious, okay? We'll see. You'll know, because either it'll be like, "Oh, yeah, that's right," or it'll be like, "What is she talking about?" And then after you think about it and maybe you watch this reading again, you're going to be like, "Wow, maybe that is true." So your internal factors is represented by the Nine of Wands in reverse. So this represents kind of like paranoia. Um, this represents not seeing your partner's point of view. Okay, this represents you need to slow down and take your time in this situation. So like internally, it seems like you feel like you're right about something. Okay, you feel like you're right about something, and you're not open to whatever your partner is trying to tell you, or you're not trying to hear whatever your partner is telling you. All right, so maybe you feel like maybe you've forgiven your partner in the past for a certain situation, and you've decided to move on, but at the same time you really are not, because this is a action card and it's in the reverse. Okay, your other action card is in the reverse, your Pentacles card is in the reverse, so all these cards are in the reverse, which is saying that you might have realized that, okay, something's up with this person. Whether you're right or wrong. That's just how you feel, and that's what's determining everything that's going on right now. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. That's what you feel inside. You feel inside that something is off, something's not right. Okay, something's really bothering you about this situation, and you want the truth from this person. Okay, you want the truth. You want them to make the sacrifice in this relationship. Okay, and so I feel like either it's because of something that happened with you and this partner in the past or with you and another partner in the past, okay? But that is shaping why you feel the way you do right now. So maybe if in your relationships in general, not even particularly with this person, if you have been used to conflict, right? Used to conflict and disappointments in your relationships in the past, then you basically don't trust the person that you're with now because of your internal fears. This is your internal feelings. It has nothing really to do, unless it's the person that you're with is the person that caused this. But I feel like this could be something that extended back before the person that you're with now that shaped you. Okay. So now, because of that, you are expecting them to basically sacrifice and show you that they want to be in the situation. You want proof. All right. You need proof now because you've been duped in the past. Okay. Um, is there anything else I want to? No, let's go ahead and move on to your advice. Your advice is the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So, your advice basically is to put an end to the illusions or any fantasies that you have about how things should be or how you want them to be. All right. Be realistic about your partner and who they are. Whether you accept them for who they are and stay with them, that's a choice that you need to make. But this is saying that you need to stop idealizing your relationships, okay? And you need to be clear about what it is that you want. Like, this is the card that's saying you need to get realistic. Let's be realistic in this situation, okay? Maybe you are wrong. Maybe whatever you're feeling internally is not accurate because it's based off of something that happened prior in the past, okay? So you can't hold that against this person now because that's not what they did to you. Or if they did something to you in the past and you forgave them, you can't continue to hold that against them now. But unfortunately, you still have to be careful because in the future, it's showing that this person may be, um, at the very least, not as committed to the situation as you would like them to be. Whether or not they're playing you, I don't know. But that card is in the reverse, so there's something going on there, and your advice is to get real about it. Okay. Your external factor is represented by the Magician. Okay, so this could either be a Virgo or a Gemini, all right? But this is someone who knows how to get what they want, okay? Someone who comes into your life that you feel a connection with, okay? Um, Now, this is interesting because if you're already in a relationship, right? When you see this magician is in addition to, all right. So unless you're in a relationship with a Virgo or a Gemini, this is someone else that's coming in, whether they're giving you advice or whether this is someone that's coming in to pursue you, Cancer. This could be this Knight of Cups person. All right. This may not be your partner at all. This could be this Knight of Cups that is trying to woo you, and because you've been bored, it's a little bit tempting. Okay. I'm not saying that you're acting on it, but I'm just saying this person is influencing the situation. Okay. Um, let's go ahead and clarify this external factor. Ooh, we got the devil. This is getting interesting. Okay, so could be let's on the safe side, this could be someone that this represents codependency. So whether your partner is codependent on you, okay, that could be a factor for this situation, or you, Cancer, could have uh mm, you could have a very sexually charged or some type of addiction or connection or toxic relationship, a toxic connection to the magician, whoever this magician is. It could be this Knight of Cups person that's coming in, but if not, someone right now, okay, whether or not they are an active participant in your life, but they are influencing your so it could be this person from your past that hurt you, okay? And you know, this is a serious bond here. Okay? So whoever this magician is, Cancer, they are really trying to like put the whammy on you, or they really have put the whammy on you. All right. So it may not necessarily be a person that you're still in a situation with, but it was someone maybe from your past because it's an external factor. So it's someone outside of you and your partner that you have this tie to, this bond with. Um, if that's not the case, then I feel like maybe perhaps your partner has this codependent tied towards you. Okay? And that's why you want some type of clarity from the situation. You want some type of truth and decision because you're realizing how unbalanced things have been. You've been fighting for the situation, but someone's not putting in the same amount of effort as the other person. This just got interesting. Okay, because it's so funny when I do these readings. Um, like this happened to me with the Aquarius reading last month. I could actually feel like I started feeling. One of the cards was that they were afraid. Okay, they were afraid or they were terrified of something, and I actually started to feel that. So when I see this magician and this devil together, it's just like wow, wow. Someone really, really, really did a number on you. Someone really, and I feel like it's someone from the past, but I feel like they just still have a very strong influence on things right now. Okay. um I mean, because this can also represent Cancer, I mean a Capricorn. But you have the magician here. So either it's a Capricorn that, just knows how to get what they want from you and that you have this very strong connection with. If it's not a Capricorn, then it is either a Gemini or a Virgo that you have a very heavy, deep, dark bond with. And if not, then your partner is very codependent on you, okay? And they're doing everything that they can to stay in the situation because they feel like they need you for whatever reason. Now, your hopes and your fears represented by the Four of Pentacles. So that is saying that you may be afraid to let go or afraid to let down your guard. Okay? You may have a fear of rejection. Um, and you're just afraid that things might go wrong, okay? If you relinquish your control. So you might be very controlling in this situation because you feel like if you're not controlling the situation, things will go awry because you kind of know that your partner isn't as stable as you would like them to be. Okay, your partner may not be stable, and that may be why you don't necessarily want to hear their point of view because you don't trust them. You just don't trust them. You're still with them and you're still trying to make this work. You're basically trying to give them the time that they need to kind of get themselves together. But in the meantime, you don't really trust them. Okay. And so, because you don't trust them, you're not really relinquishing any control to them. All right. Now, your future or your outcome for this reading is represented by the Page of Swords. Okay, so this is saying that there could be some type of spying going on. This could indicate that um, there's like more petty arguments and bickering. All right, because you're trying to get to the truth. All right, that's what you're trying to do. You want the truth, and in the outcome of the situation, you are like, look, I'm gonna get the truth from this. Whether I have to go through your things, check your phone, whatever it is I have to do, you are gonna do that. For others, this just represents that you're trying to get to know your partner on a deeper level, all right, and that you're trying to balance your intuition and your logic. All right, you're trying to get real. You may be following the advice and you're trying to be more realistic about this, because it does show that you're trying to get the truth out of the situation. So maybe, subconsciously or even consciously, that you have been um you've had the wool pulled over your eyes in the past, or that you've been delusional about the situation. You might be very aware of that, but because you want this person, all right, you want them, but you want them to act right, okay? And you want to know the truth. You want them to be honest with you about everything that has happened, okay? And even if it has no effect other than to make you angry, you want to know everything that's happened. You don't want this person to continue to hide things from you. And I feel like maybe little by little things have come out in the past that you've forgiven them for, but you realize that you made the wrong assumption about this person, okay, for whatever reason. So whether you feel like you judged them unfairly and so you gave them another opportunity, and moving forward you're trying to drop the conflict, but at the same time you're not really motivated um to do anything else, because I guess you feel like it's on them now. Okay, you said, look, I've already put it out there what I want from you. Now it's your turn to show me what you have, okay, or show me what you're going to bring to this relationship. All right, let's go ahead and clarify the um the outcome. Let me get the full card. So, for some of my cancers, you guys are going to get the truth, and you are either going to have a new beginning with your partner, or you're going to decide to move on. You're going to decide that you've had enough with this situation. The Fool card represents new beginnings. This represents starting over with someone new. All right. So, like I said, either you guys have a fresh slate and you just start fresh and new. For others, you're like, look, I've had it with this situation. Okay. I wanted the truth. I got my truth. Now I'm out. Okay. I can no longer control the situation. I'm no longer gonna believe that you are who I want you to be. I'm just gonna see you for who you are, and that's not what I want, and I'm moving away from this devil toxic situation, this codependency, and I'm out. All right. Now if you're single, I feel like you have gotten real with yourself about what you've contributed to your past relationships and what your fears are in relationships, and you're off on a new journey. Okay, you're off because you're seeing love in a new, you're approaching love and you're approaching relationships in a new way now. Okay, so whether that means you've met someone new and you're starting over, or you're just single but you have a new mindset towards relationship, that's what this Fool and this Page of Swords is telling me. Okay, all right, Cancer. So you guys definitely have to let me know. I just want to do the bottom. I didn't do it for every video, but I've done it for some. And because you guys got the Devil and the Magician, I just like, ugh, it doesn't make me feel good. So I'm looking at the bottom of the deck, and you have the Nine of Swords, okay? So that paranoia could be very, very, play a very big factor in a lot of the decisions that you make, especially if you were dealing with this devil energy. That would cause a lot of people to be paranoid, especially if you come from a lot of disappointments in the past. But something is on your mind, okay? And until you get the truth, you're just really consumed. You're consumed with finding out the truth. That's what I'm getting from this reading. So for some, you're going to find out the truth and you're going to use those swords and cut the situation. And for others, you're going to find out the truth. But if you really want this situation, or if especially if you're dealing with a Pisces, then you might just have this new beginning with them because you really do want to make it work with this person. Okay? All right, Cancer. So you guys definitely have to let me know how this video resonated for you. Let me know what you think about the Celtic Cross. All right, and like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. If you want a more personalized reading, if this situation suits you in any way and you want more clarity on it that's personalized to you, then go ahead and get in touch with me for that personal reading. All right, guys, thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you at the next reading. Bye.